Donald Trump has a severe problem. Actually, Donald Trump has many problems. But first and foremost with this one, John Kelly has just been fired. Now, that's an interesting story because not only did Trump pussyfoot about this for months because he didn't have the courage, the audacity, the strength to fire someone despite the fact that that's really how people know him. It shows that the man is a coward on every level. To this day, Donald Trump is still the only president in recent history to not visit troops in a conflict zone. It's not because he's too busy. He spent over 100 days playing golf, for God's sake. It's because he's a coward. So even though both Bushes did it, even though Clinton did it, even though Obama did it, Trump won't, because he's a coward. He would rather insult actual veterans for going out and serving the country while he pretended he had bone spurs and bought his way out of service. Yet, still wants to play the big man. Either way, John Kelly is now gone. And the interesting part of this story is that nobody wants Kelly's job. Now, there's a number of reasons why you wouldn't want a job in the Trump White House, and to this day, actually, the Trump White House has never been fully staffed. We found out earlier this year from the numerous leaks that staff inside the White House want out, but they literally can't find another job. Nowhere else will take them. Even the former press secretary of the White House, Sean... Oh, he's got a very forgettable name. Sean Spencer. Even he can't get a job at Fox News. A cheerleader for Donald Trump can't get a job at a station that is essentially just a cheerleader for Donald Trump. Now, we can go the other way. In fact, all Fox News presenters now know that the president is watching them, and the president recently gave UN ambassador to one of the people at Fox News. Not because they're qualified, but because he saw them and thought, yes, okay. That's unbelievably incompetent, and it goes to show the level of how this man actually thinks. Not just the fact that he belittles staff, full view of everyone for no damn reason other than he is a petty little man. Not just the fact that even when staffers told him, look, there is going to be a massive debt coming, we need to do something about him, and his exact reaction was, well, I'm not going to be here, so I don't care. The Trump White House is toxic. Anyone who steps foot in that White House cannot find work elsewhere. So all of these picks to replace John Kelly that Trump has, that Ivanka have, that Jared Kushner have, whether it's because they can't find work after, or whether because they know they can't find work after, or whether it's because the indictments are now coming quick and fast, nobody wants to work in the Trump administration. If you are still a supporter of Donald Trump, I say this every single time, why? You can't judge a man on the sins of other people, but you can judge him on the company he keeps and the people that don't want to be around him. So far, the detestable deplorables are still there, like Betsy DeVos. Betsy DeVos, who spent her entire career trying to destroy education in America and is now education secretary, who has profited on Trump taking children away from their families, throwing them in cages for a bit, and then giving them to DeVos's orphanages. Those scumbags are all still there. I mean, hell, Scott Pruitt would still be head of the EPA if he wasn't such a complete and utter moron with expenses that are so unbelievable, it's stunning he wasn't called out on day one. And yet, only the worst of the worst are applying for these jobs. And now, they're starting to realize, oh yeah, Trump's actually in a bad way. And by taking this job, career-wise, excuse me, I'm done for when Trump's out the door.